Yeah, glitch the guarantee. E&E. Put your boy shit. Glitch, nigga. Shit, I'm about to flood the streets like when the levees break. Criminal minds, my Garcia can navigate. Flowing while I'm blowing this gas. Nigga, no brakes. Niggas not seeing me ever. I mean, no dates. Fuck around and end up gone. You getting misplaced. E&E, the shit that I claim. You dealing with grace. Took over the game by storm like Rain's mixtape. Thankfully, I've been up in smoke like my mixtape. Counting cheddar shit, I'm about to make a grilled cheese. Niggas be faker than bad bitches with good weeds. On my John Wick shit like Keanu Reeves. Replacements won't be enough, you need the whole team. I've been a G since I could finish my ABCs. Kept it a buck so real niggas look up to me. This butcher boy shit get crazy when it's sick of me. I'm coughing out these dope bars till they sick of me.
Can't get rid of me, still can't find a remedy. Still blowing palmers, if it comes to Hennessy. E&E, we own our shit independently. When I go out on a limb, I take extremities. I can see right through on transparency. Heard they self-esteem low, insecurities. Now or never, like glitch the guarantee. What's the recipe? King L's Reflection 3. All these chapters in my life, you can turn the page. Books can't tell you my story, gotta live in that. Glitch got my back, yeah, you can copy that. Man, we control the seat, you can copy that. Leave your whole state red like Republicans. Putting fire on the track, now it's bubbling. Butcher boys, E&E, you in trouble, kid. At first 100 mil, you can double it.
Let's go. All the hustles getting money, let it show. Automatic nigga, how we get the dough. If it ain't paper, then we probably gotta go. Put your boy shit, nigga, let's go. All the hustles getting money, let it show. It's automatic, nigga, how we get the dough. If it ain't paper, then we probably gotta go. Put your boy shit, nigga, let's go.
Flow sick, corona, jealous in the motherfucker. Can't even take a step, that's how far I trust you. This black boy turned to shining king under pressure. West side fat jacks, I took more to measure. Shave the extras, that's business, starter fees, street blues, what I talk, royal blood flowing free. Power on my mind, knows the gang is kind. Read between the lines, it was in my eye. If they ain't got real lines, it ain't hard to spot a counterfeit. Undefeated, ultra real, Fern Gully Mountain shit. Couple hot shots, turn on the frozen margaritas. Even better when it's served with some flawless features. Next year they gotta pay for these flawless features. Flawless victories from the flaws that they teach us. Now my flow imitate how I board the plane nonstop. The little J gon' take over with my time side.
Yeah, I get right to it. My nigga, we beg your pardon. We putting niggas back in boxes. Yeah, they be harder. My flow be retarded. Sick, I need hella help. My groove came back. This must be how Stella felt. We just started kicking it like a yellow belt. We all made it to the pros. This is how LaMelo felt. You better yell out help. Here comes the double team. You catch me in the spot, then you know that the boy is clean. The Louis V look mean with the magazine. So if you try it, you get shot. No vaccine. If you was asleep before I came, then I'm the caffeine. I pull the jokers out the deck. Yeah, there ain't no laughing. In CEO fashion, we sticking to the business. Wouldn't even let a vegan knock me off my chicken. Something about the BBS when the sun is hitting. Should be flashing like the lights when you getting
Let's go. All the hustles getting money, let it show. It's automatic, nigga, how we get the dough. If it ain't paper, then we probably gotta go. Put your boy shit, nigga, let's go. All the hustles getting money, let it show. It's automatic, nigga, how we get the dough. If it ain't paper, then we probably gotta go. Put your boy shit, nigga, let's go.
Yeah. What up? This is your brethren, your brother, man, Virgil Berry, aka Stacks with the facts.
It's so easy to become a podcaster with Riverside. First, go to Riverside and open an account. When you're ready to record, just hit rec to capture high-quality audio and video all from the comfort.
Jack.
Yeah.
Leslie Western is like an unofficial mayor.
Guarantee. E&E.
We gonna get to it, man.
Got me seeing
I knew this was gonna happen. I knew this day was gonna come, man.
Put your boy shit.
Leslie Western gonna get
Lost and glitch.
Got a deposition, man.
We cool, nigga.
Don't get to it, man. Stop here, man.
This is the cool. Major. We on the rise now, middle fingers in the sky now. Rolling haze, so we high now. How we ride now? All coops with the top down. And we listen in the top down. Trees got a whole pound. Real G's when we come round. Niggas know how it's going down. Yeah, we on the up, bitch. Real shit you should fuck with. E&E, throw it up shit.
And we stay ballin', like we sponsored by Spalding. Ball looking for the fall in, soldiers all fall in. And we go all in, while we listening to all in, while you all talking. We smoking and coughing, till we land in the coffin, glitching, nauseous. Yeah, stepping out office. Yeah, it is that bullshit. Kill him in vain, it's vanity. Yeah. Do it again, it's insanity. Yeah. Nauseous a real vigilante. Yeah. Killing these kids is plan B. Yeah. Hood is too hot with an antifreeze. Yeah. Blowing on leaves in these planted trees. Okay. Don't break the code, the family. Okay. We cutting off legs like amputees. My flow is classic, antique. Yeah. Freaking the beat, is it Japanese? Yeah. Ever our cook is a masterpiece. Yeah. When money talkers, we Guapanese. Okay. Fire and flame mixed with gasoline. Sick. Pass to my sons, that's a legacy. Sick. Study the gang, now they testing me. Yeah. They dropped the ball, man, that's incomplete. Beat them so bad, make them retreat. Yeah. All of these gems you can retweet. Yeah. Play with your boys on repeat. You pay the price with your receipt. Yeah. Below $1 million, flipping it. Okay. Everyday noise get sickening. Trying to flip bills to trillions. Turning these good girls to villains. Lyrics is sick. Butcher with shit. E&E clip what we represent. Put it on wax like a candlestick. We moving units and measurements. Cooking it up in the lab. We just performing experiments. Since I'm the bomb atomic, these rappers out of my element.
We on the rise now, middle fingers in the sky now. Rolling haze, so we high now. How we ride now? All coops with the top down. And we listen in the top down. Trees got a whole pound. Real G's when we come round. Niggas know how it's going down. Yeah, we on the up, bitch. Real shit you should fuck with. E&E, throw it up shit.
And we stay ballin', like we sponsored by Spalding. Ball looking for the fall in, soldiers all fall in. And we go all in, while we listening to all in, while you all talking. We smoking and coughing, till we land in the coffin, glitching, nauseous. Yeah, stepping out office. Yeah, it is that bullshit.
Glitch, nigga, perfected my flow. If I'm on the track, then you know it's a go. The guarantee, nigga, and I guarantee treat the gas like the Clippers, you know I'm a choke. Only exotic when blowing the smoke. No one ahead of me. I got the recipe. Do this shit easily. This is my destiny. Sick throwing lobs. I'm dunking on everything. Niggas is sick, and I got the remedy. What I prescribe is extra artillery. Get in my zone and start going berserk. I'm feeling like Clay when he went off a 60. With the bullshit, swear to God you can miss me. Best friends with the money, Aaliyah and Missy. I come from the bottom. To try me is risky. Throwing this K like that bitch is a frisbee. Real talk. Let me lock in. Show these niggas what I do. Axe Rain, I'll be standing next to players too. Front line shit, nigga, I'm the fucking truth. Top 6 ever of the 5 in my group. Niggas still bang top down in the coop. Put your boy up and we coming for the loot. E&E shit, we the best, yeah, it's true. This the guarantee, nigga, this is what I do.
Yeah. You already know, man. Yeah. What's good with everybody, man? How you doing? How your mama doing, man? If your mama's no longer here with us, rest in the essence to it, right? You know, what's good with everybody, man? You already know what it is, man. I always knew this day was gonna come, man. And what I mean by that is I knew that they was gonna hit us with a soft releasing the alleged Epstein files. You know what I'm talking about? Now, I'm not saying that what they releasing is fraudulent or fake or nothing like that, because I don't know if that's true or not. What I mean by that is that they're not letting us know everything, of course. And on top of that, y'all, don't forget about all them damn videotapes and stuff they got from there, man. Now, I'm not expecting them to show us no tapes, right? But what I'm saying is, I know it's tapes, right? And not only do I know it's tapes, I know what type of people is on them tapes, man. You know what I'm talking about? And I say that to say everybody's involved. right? Especially when you get up to like billionaire status, oh, you involved, right? And when I mean involved, I don't mean you ain't, that don't necessarily mean that you is involved with the super just evil, deep, dark stuff, but you involved to an extent to where you done seen something, you done probably participated in something, man. You gotta understand when they get to these families that's worth like billions of dollars, and when you get to making that type of money, y'all have to understand the type of people that you're gonna be doing business with and in concert with, you know what I'm saying, that you're gonna be interacting with, engaging with, you know what I'm talking about, not only for like business, but at like events and stuff like that. Man, listen here. But when it comes to this situation right here, man, Leslie Wexner, that's a big, huge name, man. Put a number 11 in the chat if y'all know who Leslie Wexner is. Right? Leslie Wexner, man. Got huge stock in my city, man. Right? My man Rick said he know who, my man Rick on two, got people tapping there, Facebook and TikTok as well. My man Rick from TikTok said he definitely know who Leslie Wexner is, man. Leslie Wexner, right? Courtney Malena, what's good with you, loved one? Yeah, you from Columbus, you know who Leslie Wexner is. If you don't know who he is, you heard the name, right? Let me pull this up on the screen for y'all real quick, man. Everybody tap in, man. Smash that like button, man. Listen here, y'all, man. Nothing's going to happen from this. But I don't know, man. I got the feeling it might be a little different with this case, man. We're going to see. You know what I'm talking about? But when we're talking about Leslie Wexner, y'all have to understand who this guy is. He's just not some rich guy, right? Leslie Wexner is a very powerful, connected rich guy. And not only a powerful, connected rich guy, but a powerful, connected Jewish white guy, right? Leslie Wexner owns a lot of real estate, land, property, and businesses in Columbus, Ohio. Not only that, he is the CEO and founder of Ale Brands, Victoria's Secret, Bath and Body Works, Structure. I know Structure was a part of that. I don't even know if Structure stores even open anymore, but Structure was a part of that. Bed Bath and Body Works, Victoria's Secret. Goddamn it. What was the other one? What's the store from back in the day, man? I want to say it was called New York or something like that. Oh man, what? Oh, gee, what's happening, man? Yeah, man. Ale Brands owns a lot of stuff, man. And Leslie Wexner is the CEO and founder of Ale Brands, Victoria's Secret being probably the most popular, profitable business that dude got outside of, real estate and all of that stuff. He owns basically the entire city of New Albany, Ohio, which is considered, it's not Columbus, but it's like Columbus adjacent. You know what I'm saying? It's like, you know what I'm talking about? Yes. New York and Company. Yes. When the OG said New Yorker. Yeah. New York and Company, yes. Is New York and Company still around? Is it still a thing? Oh, okay. But yeah, though, not only that, though, but he's involved in a lot more ish. You dig? I'm talking about this guy is connected to everything and everybody. I'm talking about Leslie Wexner is a very connected guy, right? He's a founding member of a U.S. I can say it. He's a founding member of the Jewish think tank organization, the Mega Group. Y'all ever heard of the Mega Group? Let me pull it up on the screen for y'all. Y'all ever heard of the Mega Group, man? The boy Leslie is connected. You hear what I'm saying, man? Put a number 11 in the chat if y'all hit to the Mega Group. Man, listen here. I'm trying to tell y'all, man. We're gonna get back to this picture here shortly. Let me, because before we even get started, I gotta lay foundation for y'all, man. You know what I'm saying? Rest of the essence of my brother Sinful, man. Before we gotta get to the go from the beginning to the ninth inning. To get to the ninth inning, we gotta start at the beginning. You dig? Hold on real quick. Let me put this on the screen for y'all real quick. All right. Let me pull this up on the screen for y'all. You know what I'm saying? Get your pens and your pads out. Take notes. Class is definitely in session. You dig? All right. Now, the Mega Group. All right. I'm pulled up on Wiki for y'all so y'all can see for yourself, right? And, and you can do your own due diligence. The Mega Group was an informal group of influential Jewish entrepreneurs. It was founded in 1991 by Les Wexner and Charles Bronfman. Y'all know who Charles Bronfman is? Charles Bronfman is the CEO and founder, this generation's CEO and founder of the Bronfman family. They own a company, y'all might know it, called Seagram's. As in Seagram's Gin. They the #1 rival to Diageo, right? The Seagram's family, or should I say, the Bronfman family, been around for a long, long time. Guess who's a Bronfman? Because this company was this company was founded in Canada too, right? Justin Trudeau is related to the Bronfman family, and they run stuff up there in Canada, right? But Les Wexner and goddammit Charles Bronfman are the two guys who founded the Mega Group in '91. The group met twice yearly for philanthropy and Judaism seminars. It is said to have up to 50 members, including Hollywood director Steven Spielberg. Wexner led the group with Bronfman and it inspired several philanthropic initiatives such as the Partnership for Excellence in Jewish Education, Birthright Israel, and support for the renewal of Hillel International. The group became known to a wider public through a Wall Street Journal report in 1998 May. As a pro-Israel lobby group, pay attention to that. This group is a lobby group, right? XL Pro, what's happening, man? Salute to my brother XL Pro in the building. As a pro-Israel lobby group, the organization is also said to have tried to influence U.S. foreign policy. They do in the Middle East. Leslie Wexner is real good friends with Bibi Netanyahu and Ariel Shannon. Right? In 2003, he employed Republican political consultant Frank Luntz, who's just involved in everything, right, to help the group mobilize support for Israel. Frank Luntz is one of Trump's main advisors. Under the name MEGA, the group is also said to have had contacts with the Israeli intelligence agency Mossad and to have served as a vehicle of influence operations in the United States. Jeffrey Epstein is said to have used the group to build up his network of high-ranking contacts in business, media, and politics. Wexner was Epstein's primary financial supporter, yet later claimed to have known nothing of his criminal activities, which is BS. All right, look at all these people in this group. Steven Spielberg. Steven Spielberg, movie director, is a member of the MEGA group. Why? Right? They're a group of Jewish entrepreneurs allegedly operating as a think tank organization to advocate for the betterment of, Jewish people in America as well in Israel. Right? Lots of MEGA group members fund and support Trump. I keep telling you, it don't matter who in that White House, man. It don't matter who in the White House, man. Whoever's in the White House is playing ball. Right? They all have to pledge allegiance to the state of Israel. Right? Which is a direct violation of Article 2, Section 2, right? But, who cares about that document anymore, right? And I'm telling y'all this so y'all can get an understanding of how influential and powerful Les Wexner actually is, man. He's just not some guy who's a rich guy that owns a big company, man. No, right? So he helped fund and found the MEGA group. Right? And they members of this organization is all through the Trump administration, starting with Frank Luntz, right? And all of these guys, I ain't gonna say they was friends with Epstein, but they definitely knew him and did business with him and was connected through organizations like the MEGA group, which Epstein on paper wasn't a member of, but he was adjacent and had access to through his benefactor, Leslie Wexner. I want y'all to understand that Leslie Wexner, CEO and founder of Columbus, Ohio-based company L Brands, right, is the guy who got Epstein started. Right? He the guy who put Epstein on. Leslie Wexner is very influential in my city, y'all, man. All this new stuff they just built in my city at Children's Hospital, all that stuff was funded from the Wexner Foundation, right? They got the Big Lots mental health pavilion. I believe that's what it's called, something like that. It's basically a mental health prison for kids. That's basically what it is. And I'm saying that not to just add, 100 on 10. I actually been in the building myself. And I'm telling you, as a guy who did time in the joint, that's definitely a prison. That's definitely what it is. Just a super high-tech advanced one, though. You feel me? Crazy stuff, man. And he funded all of that stuff, man. They built like three new buildings over there, or 4 new buildings, something like that, and added hella on. It's connected to Children's Hospital right across the street, right? You got the Abigail, let me pull this up. They got the Abigail Wexner Research and Development Center. What's that all about? right? Tell you, man, this stuff go deep, man. Before we even get the Epstein, man, right? But this show ain't really about Epstein. This is more about Leslie, man, because he from the turf, man. Leslie from my section, man. And this guy is a very powerful, influential guy in my section, y'all. I want y'all to understand how deep this thing goes, man. I want y'all to look at this building, man. Right? This building is a part of a series of buildings that they built in my city as an annexation to Children's Hospital. My Lord. Right? This building right here is the Abigail Wexner Research Institute. This is basically like a medical school, but not just necessarily dealing with things to do with the anatomy or biology, but on a chemical level and genetic. They do a lot of research over there. You know what I'm talking about, with cancer research and a whole bunch of other stuff, man. It makes me think, man, what actually goes on at this building, man. What type of research are they actually doing over here, being next to Children's Hospital? And it's a building that's next to this building right here. So them it's like three buildings over there, man. So we don't know what type of research is actually going on over here, but this is where, students from OSU and probably around the nation come, medical students that come here to study and research the biological, chemical, I'm talking about research, a lot of research and development, and I'm not, don't quote me on this. I can't confirm or deny this though, but I have been told, right, that they do experimentation, research and development with human brain computer interfacing over there too. Now y'all know that's something that I talk to y'all about a lot. My brother Marvin tapping in on Facebook was good. I talk to y'all a lot about that human brain computer interfacing, man. And let's just say from sources, I've been told that they do human brain computer interface and research and development up there at this Abigail Wexner Research Institute. And Abigail Wexner is the wife of Leslie Wexner. Now, next to this building is this building. And man, I'm telling you, man, listen here, man. Listen here, man. This building right here, y'all. This is the mental health prison for kids, right? Remember when I talked to y'all about do y'all recall when I talked to y'all about the behavior modification centers, re-education centers? My Lord, y'all, man. XL Pro OG, y'all remember when recall when I talked to y'all about the re-education centers that's popping up all across America? Yeah, man, and the target is the kids as always, man. Now, at this place right here is where children who experience mental health, psychological mental health issues, like say if your kid is acting up in school. Let's just use that as an example. Because you know they're trying to say everything is a mental health disorder now. You know, the DSM is crazy now, man. You hear me? But yeah, though, man, this is where they send your kid if they wilding out in school, if they don't want to put their phone up, y'all know how these kids is nowadays, man. And this is where they can send children anywhere from the ages of 7 to 17. And I've been in this building, man. It is a prison in there. Right? They got padded cells in there. They're like, oh my God, man, it's so depressing, man. You hear me? And I went on in there before the building was even open. This is when they first built it. It wasn't even done building it. They had a whole fair out there and everything. I went up there and got the footage and everything, man. Maybe I'll show it to y'all one of these days, right? But this is a very spooky building. They play white noise frequency in there to calm the children down. It's sensory deprivation chambers in there. They got schooling in there that they provide for the children when they're in there. They can be in there anywhere from 3 weeks to indefinitely. They're separated due to age. And they have super high-tech classrooms in there with the latest technology, right? To use to basically to re-educate these kids. Y'all, man. I'm sitting up here trying to tell y'all, man, it always starts with the kids, man. Right now, I know y'all might be bugging like, damn, this post I'm talking about. This is what they do, man. And I'm about to say something that some of y'all might think that what I'm about to say is just wow, but I'm gonna say it, but I'm gonna box cleverly with my language, right? Now, in my city, this property sits between a major U.S. interstate and a main street area in my city, right? Now, where this building is, the Abigail Research Institute, I think there's one more building over there, I can't remember what it's called, Dennis Children's Hospital right there, right? And I don't know because I never looked into this, y'all, but I think I might have to. I wouldn't be surprised if there's a beneath the surface network in that area. Something just tell me it is. I don't know what it is. Listen, I'm not saying I don't have no proof, no facts to back up what I'm saying. Just something in my mental is telling me that It's just something in my mental is telling me it's an underground network over there for some reason. When I say an underground network, I mean like, you know, right? Like literally, like physically. Right? Because you're all think it's the Big Lots Behavioral Health Pavilion, right? Then it's the Abigail Research Institute, and it's another building over there. I can't remember what it's called. It's a group of like, I'm gonna say like 4 buildings. And they do a lot of medical research and development as well as the same with them kids over there in this Big Lots Behavior Health Pavilion. Spooky building, y'all. I'm telling you, I would never send my kid here. But the thing is, and I've been telling y'all about this, man. See, your kids get sent there from, man, listen, y'all, man. Don't you know if your kid, while out in school in Columbus, Ohio, or Columbus Public Schools, this is where they sending your kid? Man, I'm trying to tell y'all, man, this stuff go deep. I'm going back here because, like I said, we got to lay foundation. These are the things that Leslie Wexner is involved with in all the businesses that he's involved with, that he owns and operates. He also does a lot of work in this field specifically with children or regarding children, concerning children, right? No conjecture, all facts, right? Now, let's get back to the lecture at hand, you dig? My brother Yellow D in the building. Yeah, he definitely been on BS, man. Now back to this guy. Shout out to my brother Yellow D. He from the turf, man. 614, stand up. You need. Huh? Man, I'm sitting here trying to tell y'all, man. This stuff goes deep, man. Stuff goes deep, man. Right? This guy, Leslie Wexner, is the guy who put Epstein in the game. You understand me? He the dude to put this guy on. Right? And he gave him his start. You know what I mean? And he basically was like Epstein's, like I say, basically like his benefactor, if you're familiar with that term. He did. Shout out to my brother Yellow D. Right? Let's get to this news clip, man. Because this is a wild situation, man. You know what I'm saying? Got the whole city, you know what I'm talking about? I've been seeing the news clips and all of that. Crazy, right?
Smart founders know something most people miss. Get your domain name even if you're not ready to launch your business. With Wix, you can grab.
Looking ahead tonight, Columbus businessman Les Wexner is scheduled to be deposed by the U.S. House next Wednesday in connection to the Jeffrey Epstein investigation. Wexner has never been charged with a crime in connection to Epstein. 10 Investigators reporter Rochelle Aline is breaking down what we may expect out of this testimony. Rochelle.
The first thing to note is that it will be private. That was confirmed to us by,
of course, it's going to be private,
a congressional spokesperson. I also sat down with an attorney who explained to me what we might expect from this deposition.
This is the official subpoena Congress issued on January 23rd to Les Wexner. A congressional release confirms that it's connected to the Jeffrey Epstein investigation. Wexner has never been charged with a crime in connection to Epstein. And in a statement to 10 Investigates, his legal team says, quote, the assistant U.S. attorney told Mr. Wexner's legal counsel in 2019 that Mr. Wexner was being viewed as a source of information about Epstein and was not a target in any respect. Mr. Wexner cooperated fully by providing background information on Epstein and was never contacted again. End quote.
The fact that he had Epstein as a financial advisor means that A, he knew the gentleman, B, he probably knew other people that knew him, C, he probably referred people to him.
That's attorney Pamela C. She is not involved in this case, but she tells us Wexner will be questioned directly by members of Congress. And she also adds that people should not make assumptions based on that subpoena.
They want to find out information, gather information, and get to the bottom of a situation. But because someone is being deposed, it does not mean that they are a target. It does not mean that they have done anything wrong. So don't jump to conclusions on that.
A congressional spokesperson.
Yeah, of course they're going to say that. Of course they're going to say that, right? I'll keep telling y'all, this guy's a very powerful guy, man. You know? He ain't about, you know, when y'all think about powerful people, man, Leslie Wexner is one of them type people, man. You hear me? Only promise to come on. Everybody is involved. house of cards, man. The house of cards is crumbling, man, right in our face. Let me tell y'all something, man. These people are willing to sacrifice some of their own, but Les Wex. I'm about to say I doubt it, but if I was gonna say I doubt anything, I doubt it when it comes to Leslie Wexner. Yeah, all right. I doubt if anything happens to Leslie, but you just never know. You never know with these people, man. You just never know, right? That's why I was telling them Yellow D. I say, man, Les Wexner is like the unofficial mayor of Columbus. That boy runs stuff, man. You hear me? Easton, we have Easton Town Center in our city, which sits basically in Gahanna, basically down there in New Albany as well. Listen, huge center, huge shopping center. Got all the nice little stores out there and everything, man. If you ever been to Columbus, Ohio, maybe y'all heard about Easton Town Center. That's all Les Wexner, man. You feel me? What you said, Monique? Monique said, I saw someone, he was drunk and said they own Columbus. Yeah. Wexner got dumb pool in the city. You hear me? He brings a lot of money to the city, man. You hear me? So you know what I mean? This is the talk of the town right here. Easton Town Center, by my old neighborhood. Easton is the reason why Northland Mall had to close down. Right? Might as well say Eastland Mall too. You hear me? He ain't no regular dude, man. Trying to tell y'all, man.
Lawmakers reviewing newly unredacted Jeffrey Epstein records say they identified at least 6 men whose names were previously hidden from public view.
These men are Salvatore Navora, Zorab Mikoladze, Leopig Leonor, Nicola Caputa, Sultan Ahmed bin Sulayem, CEO of Dubai Ports World, and billionaire businessman Leslie Wexner, who was labeled as a co-conspirator by the FBI.
Representatives Thomas Massey and Ro Khanna, co-sponsors of the Epstein Files Transparency Act, said that after about 2 hours reviewing the material, they found a document listing roughly 20 individuals with every name redacted except for Epstein and his convicted associate, Ghislaine Maxwell. Among the names now revealed is Les Wexner, the billionaire former CEO of Victoria's Secret. He has not been charged with any wrongdoing. The files also include a disturbing email exchange in which Epstein wrote that he, quote, loved the torture videos sent by a previously redacted individual. Massey says that name, which is still obscured in some public versions, appears elsewhere in the records as Sultan Ahmed bin Sulayem, a global ports executive. There is no indication he has been charged. Singer Chappell Roan announced she is leaving the Wasserman Talent Agency after emails between its CEO, Casey Wasserman, and Ghislaine Maxwell from 2003 were revealed in the files.
Y'all know that name, Wasserman? Wasserman. Y'all remember that name, Wasserman, as in Casey Wasserman, who accused your homeboy, who's the Chief Justice now, Trump's homeboy. What's his name, man? Accused him of R-wording her back in the college party back in the day. What's my man's name? That's the justice. I can't remember his name. Yeah, man. I'm trying to tell y'all, man, this dude, Leslie Wexner, man, right? Now, this is where things get spooky at, man, right? Because you got this dude right here claiming that he cut ties with Jeffrey Epstein, and I'm not saying he didn't, but, you know what I'm saying, to say that he ain't, don't y'all understand where this girl, My Lord, man. These people is the truth. Now, this, when y'all say that word diabolical, these people are diabolical, man. You hear me? In every sense of the word, man. Virginia, that's what I keep saying. Why I keep saying Sarah? Okay. Now y'all remember this girl right here? I'm about to pull her up on the screen. Right? This is Virginia Giuffre. This girl right here. Her and I can't remember the other girl's name, but this girl right here claimed back in the day, I want to say like 97, 98, claims that Epstein and Ghislaine Maxwell used to have her out there mentioning out in New Albany at Lex Wexner's mansion, man. They used to be getting down out there. And Virginia Giuffre, that said that she and some other girls used to be out there in New Albany in that mansion with Ghislaine and Jeffrey. This is Prince Andrew right here, who has since his connections with Epstein earlier when all this started happening a couple years ago, before Epstein allegedly offered himself. He talking about some he can't sweat. They just sit up there and cut Prince Andrew off. Why would they do that? Right? This girl, Virginia Giuffre, man, she the one that blew the lid off this stuff. This girl right here, y'all put a number 11 in the chat if y'all familiar with this lady right here. Virginia Giuffre, right? Man, this stuff is ill, man. For real. This is a crazy, wild situation, man. All right. Dan Patrick, what's happening, man? I already know my brother Dan Patrick up on game, man. Smash that like button, click on the bell. Hey, listen here, y'all, man. This stuff goes deep, y'all, man. Do y'all hear me, man? This stuff goes deep, man.
Virginia Giuffre gave an intimate portrait of her life in the memoir Nobody's Girl. She talks about how she loved horses as a young girl. She talks about the abuses she received from her father before she met Jeffrey Epstein, about her close relationships with her brother. She also details her whirlwind love affair with her future husband, Robbie Giuffre. They got engaged within a week of knowing each other, and she credits him with helping her escape Epstein's grasp. The two went on to have 3 kids in the next decade, and she talks about how having those kids helped her decide to speak out against Epstein and the abuses that she endured under him. Her daughter, she said when she had her daughter Ellie, she realized that the little girl could be abused like she had been, and she didn't want that to happen, and she knew that she needed to speak out. Virginia.
Y'all know who Virginia Giuffre is? Right? Right? Y'all know this girl, they say she allegedly offed herself, right?
One of the women who accused Prince Andrew and Jeffrey Epstein of sexual abuse has died, aged 41. Virginia Giuffre's family has released a statement confirming her death at a West Australian property last night. They described her as a fierce warrior in the fight against sexual abuse and sex trafficking. Giuffre was one of the most vocal accusers of Epstein and Ghislaine Maxwell, alleging she was trafficked by them to the Duke of York when she was 17 years old. Prince Andrew has strenuously denied the accusation. One of the women...
Prince Andrew denied all of this, right? Little lion sack of ish, right? But who is he in the picture here with? So this is how arrogant these people are. And you know, the British royal family is one of the most arrogant royal families if ever there was one. This guy right here, these people, they think they're just so much better than us and they're so much above us that they think they can just sit up here and just blatantly lie when there's just irrefutable facts to disprove your lies. You never met the girl, you never seen the girl, but yet you're in the picture with this girl with your arm around her waist and Ghislaine chilling in the background. Okay. Right. Okay. You don't know this girl? That's a very intimate picture right there, man. Now, I will say this, though. Rest in the essence of Virginia Giuffre, man. Giuffre, however you pronounce it, right? But she doesn't seem to be so apprehensive to where I'm looking at the picture like she looks kind of like uncomfortable in the picture. But that's definitely her. That's definitely Prince Andrew. That's definitely Ghislaine. Right? Now, back in the day, man, this is why Leslie Wexner's name is being brought up, because Virginia was alleging that all of this stuff was happening at Leslie Wexner's estate in New Albany. Right? Leslie think he gonna get away, right? And he will, because he's a very powerful guy, more than likely. But there's and I always want to tell y'all this, man. These people ain't outside of giving up one of their own, man. Right? Y'all see what happened with Weinstein, and Weinstein is a member of the mega group, or was a member of the mega group, right? you might want to watch out saying stuff like that, man. Damn, Patrick. You might want to fall back saying that, brother. You don't want to be connected to that, right? And Virginia has claimed that a lot of this sexual trafficking, she claimed to have been held there or housed there at the estate in New Albany. Man. Right? We're talking about Leslie Wexner. Right? This guy is super connected, man. And he the dude who put Epstein on. He gave him his start. Right? So for Leslie to act like he don't know him, or should I say that like they was like not cool or we severed time, man. God, I want y'all to understand something, y'all. A lot of the people who now saying that they never rocked with him or whatever, these people remained cool with this guy after he was convicted back in the day with a case concerning underage girls. Right? So ain't no way you did not know that this guy had that case and that conviction for that case. Right? But, you know, it's a lot of stuff said about this Epstein-Wexner connection, man. Right? Let me tell y'all a story about Leslie Wexner, right? A personal anecdote, right? Smash that like button, click on the bell, subscribe to the page. I personally have had an experience, have met Les Wexner before. It was back in the day. I'm talking about back in the day. This is in the 90s when I was a young mustache, and I was a member of an after-school program called Village to Child. Right? Rest in the essence to Miss Joanne Davis. Right? And when I was in Village to Child, due to the fact that I got good grades along with my homegirl April, shout out to April, man, my homegirl April Harvey, shout out to her. We got selected from out of the group, you know what I'm saying, out of the kids in our age range, you know what I'm talking about. We got selected to go speak at a dinner, right, that Les Wexner was having for all the charitable organizations that he funds and donates money to. And it basically was like a dinner to go up here and have the kids who are parts of these nonprofit organizations that are participants, or, you know, they're in these programs, and, you know, we just got chose to go speak. It was me and my girl April, man. And I had to write a speech and everything. It was dope. And I actually got to meet Les Wexner. This was like, let me think what year this was. This was like, I want to say 8th grade year. I want to say this was 1996. I want to say maybe 95. Maybe it was 95. This is like 1995, right? Maybe 96. No, it was 95. It was 95. Yeah, it was 95. Yeah. And we went up there, right? And we gave our speeches and stuff. I remember they had the little fancy little dinner and stuff. It was like fancy. It was real fancy. We had to dress up and everything. You feel me? Dope. Right here at the L Brands little building area, whole L Brands area they got over here by in Gahanna. You dig? And we sat up there, gave our little speeches, and I actually met Leslie Wexner, right? Little lizard-looking dude, man. You feel me? Smash that like button, click on the bell, subscribe to the page, man. He is though. Look at him, man. I'm about to put him up on the screen for y'all, man. Oh, reptile looking ass nigga, man. My man Lil DC. Yellow D, what you say? My ex from back in the day, not going to say her name, but she was cool with some of Les's family members back in high school, and dude would literally host parties for his nieces and nephews at his crib. Yeah, man. Yeah. Yeah. Mr. O, what's happening, Joe? My brother, Mr. O, from up out of that Chi-Town. What's happening, man? I actually met Les Wexner, y'all. Believe it or not, I actually met this guy when I was in the 8th grade at a fundraiser event held at the L Brands corporate little offices they got over here off of like Morrison, like Morrison 270, right? And we went over there. We had to give our little speeches. They had a fancy ass dinner. We eating pate, foie gras, and smoked duck. My man Yayo wasn't the first one to eat smoked duck. You did. I remember we had some fancy food. They had these little good ass little pastries that came on a little cart and stuff, man. It was dope. Dope as hell. And I actually got to meet Les Wexner. Right? You got to think, y'all, man. This was like 95. So this was like literally 30 years ago, right? Yeah, man, he was on, I'm saying, yeah. Now, when you think about it now, Yellow D, think about it now as we are grown men and we done lived our lives and all this stuff is happening, and you start recollecting certain things. You start thinking like, oh, shit. And I actually got to shake this guy's hand. And what I remember about Leslie Wexner is when I shook his hand was clammy and moist, pause. And it instantly pissed me off, right? Because I don't like that, man. And I remember when he shook my hand, he took my hand like this and he covered it with his other one. And I just remember we connected eyes and I looked in his eyes, man, and I'm telling y'all, man, right? When I shook the man Leslie Wexner's hand and looked in the man's eyes, even at that time, he was shorter than me. You feel me? A little dude, probably like about 5'4", 5'5", little dude, like a little broad built type dude, pause. Right? And he got them eyebrows, them old, you know what I'm saying? He got them old, Michael Aquinas eyebrows and shit. And I just remember I shook his hand. It was real clammy and moist, pause, man. And it pissed me off. And he took my hand, he shook it, and he covered my hand, my whole hand with her hands. And I looked in his eye. When I looked in his eyes, I'm telling you, when I looked in Les Wexner's eyes, man, I seen something that I've seen a whole lot of times before, but since then, and I couldn't explain it then, but since then, I've seen it a lot, and I know exactly what it is, right? So the Wexner bloodline is a very old bloodline. The Wexner bloodline is in the same bloodline as, guess who? They're all connected. They're all connected, right? Right. Yeah, Yellow D knew all the bras back in the day. He knew all the old exclusive type, weird type bras, man. He knew the bras that was, you know what I'm saying, people's daughters and granddaughters. Yeah, when I looked in Les Wexner's eyes, man, I seen something that I've seen so many times since then. And I knew back then, man, I was just instantly pissed off. And even back then, as a young mustache, I wanted to slap fire out of Leslie Wexner for shaking my hand with that old clammy, moist ass palm of his, man. I wanted to slap him. Get out of hell, man. That really pisses me off, man. Right? So all these years later, and all this stuff happened, and I'm like, man, I met that guy before, man. And you know, when I was a young mustache, I didn't understand who this dude was. I just thought this some rich white dude. I didn't understand who he was. Now, all these years later, all this stuff has transpired, finding out that he is basically Jeff Epstein's big homie. This is wild. So, Leslie, for him to not be aware or privy to anything is insane, especially since this girl, Rest in the Essence Tour, Virginia Giuffre, said she used to be housed at Wexner's property in New Albany, which is right here in my city. Right? I'm talking about, oh man, hey, and this is gonna be some hey, Yellow D, man, you remember my homeboy Nino, man? Right. That's what's up, though, Dan Patrick. Yeah, man, I used to be in the after school program, man, and we had to go give our little speeches because, you know, the Wexner Foundation and L Brands was a major contributor you know what I'm saying, to the Village to Child program. So, you know, we had to go up there and give speeches and all that old shit, you know what I'm talking about? But it was a beautiful experience, man. It was dope, man. I had to dress up and all that stuff, man. I had to give a speech, you know what I'm saying? I got to meet Leslie Demon-ass Wexner, you know what I'm talking about? Yeah, man, I done seen that in the eyes of many people, man. I just say that to tell you, man, demons abound in our society, man. They everywhere, right? Come across them every day. You probably don't even realize it. But this boy right here, man, he's absolutely involved to some extent, allegedly, right? Right? Yeah, anyway, my homeboy Nino, when Easton first opened up back in like 97, 96, 97, 98, something like that, my homeboy Nino had got a job working up here at Easton, and he was up there, you know what I'm saying, he used to be the guy to come in at night and clean the floors and all that stuff. And he had got asked to go, him and his crew that he worked with was doing such a good job up there. One night, Mr. Wexner was walking through Easton, and he said, "My, these floors are beautiful." And he said, you know, basically he said the guys did such a good job, he wanted them to come to his house and do the flooring at his house. So my homeboy Nino was hired to go clean Leslie Wexner's floors in his estate out here in New Albany. Maybe one of these days I'll have Nino come on the show and tell his story, right? You know? Matter of fact, I'll call Nino. No, I want that different. I want that to be a different show. I have said something to him about it. I wonder if he remember. But yeah, man, I kind of want to have Nino here to tell that story itself. You feel me? About when he worked at the Wexner Mansion. All right. It do, don't it, Yellow D? Wow, man. That's crazy, man. You feel me? Come on, let's get to some more videos, man. What y'all think, man? Y'all think anything gonna happen to old Lex, man? Oh, Lex Wex, you feel me? Steven Spielberg is a member of the mega group, huh? A name that wasn't on that list, but he's absolutely a member of the group. A guy I always tell you, all these people are connected, y'all, man. All of them are connected. We got Leslie Wexner, founding member of the mega group, right? Another member of the mega group, right, is this guy. Put a number 11 in the chat if y'all know who this guy is. Right? Well, I'm telling y'all, man, this stuff goes so deep, y'all, man. Y'all ain't got no idea, man. These are the people, all these people are all connected to each other, man. Put a number 11 in the chat if y'all know who this guy on the screen is. Right? This is Sheldon Adelson. And guess who was the largest contributor to Trump's campaign? Both times. Boy, all y'all out there who talk about Trump like, oh, this Trump this, the Trump that. And I agree on the things that's right and exact with Trump. But with that being said, I know who Trump is. More importantly, I know who he ain't. And he ain't who y'all think he is. All y'all who all of a sudden just is Trump heads now. Trump ain't who y'all think he is. Right? Do y'all really think that they would allow somebody to run their company who wasn't down with them? Man, listen here, man. Yeah, the Schottensteins, the Schottensteins, they pretty low profile, you know what I mean? And they ain't connected like they ain't connected like Wex, man. Right? I mean, they in there, but they ain't in there like swimwear when it comes to all these people. This is Sheldon Adelson, who is a member of so many Jewish organizations, right? He's a strong advocate for Israel, and he supports a lot of things, man. But one of them being Trump, both times. So you know what I'm saying? This is the web that is weaved, y'all. This is the many connections. You got Epstein allegedly at the center, but he's just being used as a focal point. He's not like the catalyst. He's not the boss, if you would, man. They G-roomed. You gotta box cleverly with your language nowadays. They G-roomed Jeffrey Epstein to be exactly what he has been. Right? So when ish hit the fan, they'll be pointing fingers at him and not those who's really running things. Right? Come on, y'all, man. I'm telling y'all, man, this stuff go deep with this Epstein stuff, man. You hear me? And I don't think this is going to be like Pizzagate, although this is alluding back to Pizzagate. Y'all remember Pizzagate? Right? All the same players damn near, all the same damn near actors damn near. Right? Well, my man Yellow D said they all look like creeps. I believe they did whatever they say they did. Oh, that's because they're all creeps. They are all creeps. They're all involved. Yes, they are. Bruh, I mean, at some point, these people knew that it was going to come out. Like, it's only so long, y'all, that y'all can do stuff like this and it just remains secret. Right? Now, I'm going to be honest with y'all. Right? Because I know how this system operates, right? If they wanted to keep it a secret, they couldn't have, even if they wanted to. It's too much stuff. Yeah, this is connected to that. They're all connected. Most of the same people whose names were being brought up during that are the same people whose names is being brought up in not only the Epstein files, but the Diddy files as well. All of these people are connected. Right? Leslie Wexner is a founding member of the Mega Group. He sits on the chair board of, the ADL? He's a major contributor to the ADL. B'nai B'rith. He spearheads and funds so many Jewish organizations in my city. He has his hands in everything that's going on in Bexley, Ohio, which is a principality within my city that is basically Jewish central. Yes, man. The small caps have a whole section in my city, man. They got their own police, their own high schools, their own elementary schools. They got their own goddamn everything, man. You hear me? They got probably one of the biggest synagogues in Ohio right on Broad Street. right? I'm sitting here trying to tell y'all, man, this boy Leslie Wexner is connected, man. Do you understand me? The fact that his name is mentioned, right, that don't necessarily mean he's guilty. What it does mean is he got some explaining to do, right? And you know, when this thing happened with Virginia Giuffre, man, you know, she went from coming out accusing Epstein and all this stuff, which led to him getting prosecuted and going to jail and allegedly. Man, do you know that it is virtually impossible to off yourself in solitary confinement while on suicide watch? Now, of course, they're going to say they took him off of suicide watch, right? And who say they did or they didn't, right? But yeah, right. The fact that that can't be confirmed or denied lets me even question the whole thing. Like, well, you know, maybe he, you know what I'm saying? Maybe they didn't get it, right? I'm telling y'all, when y'all say that word diabolical nowadays, man, I'm telling you, these people are the true essence and definition of diabolical. You hear me? And if y'all pay attention, y'all see I'm not really saying what I'm trying to box cleverly, man. You feel me? Because when we're talking about stuff like this, man, these people are involved with very, very, I'm going to just say nefarious, man, very nefarious behavior and activities behind the scenes, underground, literally. Right? So all y'all out there who talk about, you know, Trump, and Trump is bought and paid for by any and every president that's ever been a president of the United States of America. And he ain't no different. He draining the swamp. He absolutely is draining the swamp. But what is he filling it with? Right? That's the question. Right? Y'all go do y'all's due diligence and do y'all's research into who this Sheldon Adelson dude is. All the people he connected with, stuff he been involved with over the years. Right? Him and his alleged enemy, but homeboy, goddammit, George Soros. You dig? Smash that like button, click on the bell, subscribe to the page, man. You know? Oh, damn, my phone. I'm tripping. Hold on. Let me put this on the screen for y'all. My bad, y'all. Man, rest in the essence to Virginia Giuffre, man.
What is it that drives you today, Virginia? Is it the sadness? Is it the anger?
It's a responsibility in my eyes. I mean, of course, there is sadness, there is anger, there's scars that will never heal, ever. But to me, more than anything, it's a responsibility that I have. And I implore the community to please stand next to me and help me bring down all these bad people. And if you've got somebody in your life that's doing this to you too, speak out, stand up. The times are changing as they should be. And it's a good time to start holding these monsters accountable.
What is it that drives you today, Virginia? Is it the...
So she allegedly offed herself.
Mr. President, did one of those stolen, persons, does that include Virginia Jeffrey?
I don't know. I think she worked at the spa. I think so. I think that was one of the people. Yeah. He stole her. And by the way, she had no complaints about us, as you know. None whatsoever. He's very good.
That's y'all, man. If y'all think Trump ain't it, man, they're all involved. Do y'all really think? Put a number 11 in the chat if you think they're showing us everything. Come on now, y'all, man. Right? You see, Leslie Wexner ain't coming out and saying Nathan, man. I bet you we can't find no videos of Leslie Wexner saying anything, right?
But Leslie Wexner is a great example here. Leslie Wexner owns Victoria's Secret and L Brands, right? He's the bank that bankrolled Jeffrey Epstein. And I was saying earlier that he signed the power of attorney over to Jeffrey Epstein so that Jeffrey Epstein was able to sell his assets, manage his assets, buy on his behalf. He could sell Victoria's Secret wanted to, because that's the level of power of attorney that he signed over to Jeffrey Epstein when he was his money manager. And the reason why you do that is so that you can claim that you don't know about his operation. He was just my money manager. I didn't know he was running this thing because I wasn't involved in any of those transactions. But what that meant is that Leslie Wexner damn well knew. There's a whole, we could go into the mega group and we could go into his connections to Charles Bronfman, all these.
Right. I'm showing y'all this just to show y'all that your brother, right, really be up on that. I keep telling y'all, go research the mega group and everything Leslie Wexner and Charles Bronfman was involved with or is involved with. Come on, let's go.
Things. But I was saying about the Victoria's Secrets, if you're a pedophile, you want to work with kids, a Nickelodeon. If you're a freak, what do? You get in the underwear
That's how
business.
they're recruiting, is they're recruiting from the Victoria's Secret modeling, and Jeffrey Epstein was claiming that he was a rep. But do you know about the CEO of Abercrombie and Fitch that went down for running a sex trafficking ring?
Yeah.
He was Leslie Wexner's guy. When Leslie Wexner, he bought Abercrombie and Fitch and
I like girls that wear Abercrombie and Fitch. Y'all remember that song? I like girls that wear Abercrombie and Fitch. Y'all remember that song, man? Yeah, man. That's a company that Leslie Wexner had acquired too. I knew I was forgetting one. Abercrombie and Fitch. Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
In like 1990, maybe 91, 89. And then one of the first things he did was he put that dude into position as CEO. That was Leslie Wexner's dude. And he becomes the CEO, and he's gay and he likes really hot young male models. And he started running a male sex trafficking ring out of Abercrombie and Fitch. So Leslie Wexner, this dude who is a self-proclaimed possessed by a demon.
What?
Yeah. Whitney has a whole chapter where she goes into this article that was done by a mainstream news source like 10, 20 years ago, where they're interviewing Leslie Wexner and asking him about how he came to power and what's his secret. It's called his D-book, D-Y-B-U-K, and you can read about this on Wikipedia as well. And he describes in his own words that he's possessed by a D-book, which is like a Yiddish word for an evil demon that drives him for more and more and more and more. This is in his own words.
Is he being hyperbolic? Is
A
he
little
joking
bit.
around? Like,
No.
oh, I'm possessed by a demon that just wants more and more. I just want to be successful.
No, I mean, I wasn't in the room, but I assume based upon the wording and how it's put, I assume
let's
it's like,
find it.
yeah,
We'll
it's like
find it. I want to read that.
It's like a billionaire. I mean, it's in the text. It's directly quoted in the text in One Nation Under Blackmail, actually, which is in that backpack.
One Nation Under Blackmail?
One Nation Under
Is that
Blackmail by
Whitney's
Whitney
book?
Webb. Highly recommend, but it's super dense. It's a hard read. I've read it 3 times now, and I still am taking notes and trying to look things up to understand it because she's just so researched. And it's things like this where she's gone back to the original like article where they were interviewing him, and he's just like a CEO. So they're just asking him, what's your secret to success? And Leslie Wexner is a great example here. Leslie Wexner owns Victoria's Secret and L Brands, right? He's the bank that bank.
Hold on, I ain't never seen that.
What's so crazy too about him being so focused on basically taking
Shout out to Sean Stone, man.
control of the leadership of the Jewish American community by basically having it filled with people that he has trained.
Hold on, that ain't what I want to say. They ain't gonna have no interview of him saying that. Yeah, they ain't gonna have that, man.
TurboTax locations are now open in your neighborhood.
No, they ain't gonna have no stuff
So,
like
hand
that.
off your taxes to an expert today.
Central Ohio businessman Les Wexner mentioned again in the latest round of unsealed documents related to the investigation into Jeffrey Epstein. We do want to stress appearing in the documents does not mean someone is connected to anything illegal, but for the first time, Epstein victim Victoria Giuffre says she did have sex with Les Wexner. Jeffrey Epstein was a millionaire known for associating with high-profile celebrities and billionaires and politicians, accused of sexually exploiting dozens of girls for guests at his home. Epstein was arrested in 2019 and authorities say died by suicide in his cell. His former girlfriend, Ghislaine Maxwell, is currently serving a 20-year prison term for helping to recruit underage victims like Giuffre. In this latest round of documents, Giuffre tells an attorney she had sex with Wexner multiple times. The documents released are nearly 1,500 pages, with the name Wexner appearing 46 times. In a deposition from 2016, Giuffre is asked, how many times did you have sex with Les Wexner? Giuffre responds, multiple, before elaborating more than 3, possibly more than 5, but not more than 10. In 2019, Brad Edwards, a lawyer representing victims of Epstein, said he believed Wexner was not involved in the sexual proclivities of Mr. Epstein, saying, quote, it's very seldom that many of the victims actually even met him or saw him. I do know that there's a lot of business ties to him, but other than receiving information about their business connection, I don't have any information to believe otherwise. NBC4 reached out to Wexner's spokesperson, who directed us to court documents from 2020, in which Wexner's lawyers wrote, Mr. Wexner was unaware of and was never a participant in any of the abhorrent behavior engaged in by Epstein against Epstein's victims, that Mr. Wexner has never met Ms. Giuffre, and that any claims to the contrary were not true. At one point, Epstein worked as Wexner's personal finance manager. A document on file in Franklin County shows Epstein was given power of attorney over much of Wexner's financial affairs in 1991. Following Epstein's 2019 arrest, Wexner released a statement through his business, L Brands, stating he had severed any ties to Epstein more than a dozen years earlier. Now to read more about the latest release of the documents related to Jeffrey Epstein.
Boy. Stuff goes crazy, man. I'm about to drop the line. Anybody want to come up, man? Y'all want to ask a question, add to the conversation. You know what I'm talking about? Maybe y'all know something about this we ain't heard about or talked about. I'm telling y'all, man, this dude, Leslie Wexner, man, you know what I mean? This, you know, he's involved. You know what I'm saying? They're all involved, man. They're all a part of it, man. Right? Now, like I said, a few years ago, they had the Pizzagate thing going on. And then they had a couple years before that, they had the whole thing going on over here in the United Kingdom. Basically, the United Kingdom Pizzagate with the homeboy Jimmy Savile and boy, this stuff goes deep, man. You hear me? And the saddest part about this, though, is that all the children involved, man. All the children who be coming up missing and never to be seen or heard from again. You know, y'all don't have any clue how many children go missing this year. Y'all do not have a clue how many children get, and I'm just talking about the ones that get reported. Even when we stick to straight reports of missing children, do y'all understand the numbers are staggering? And they go by state basis too now. If you, man, it would blow y'all's mind how many children get reported missing. I'm sorry, them was just the ones that get reported. Why do y'all think? No, and when I think about what I'm about to ask y'all, right? I'm about to ask y'all a serious question, and I want y'all to try to use y'all's critical thinking. Try to remove your emotions from the situation and think critically. Why do y'all think these types of people? Why do y'all think these people have a thing for children, young children? Yeah, man, and it's probably higher than that nowadays, man. OG, sad to, man. And like I said, that's just the one. That's the ones that's getting reported. That's the reported. That's what they actually know about. We ain't even talking about the stuff they don't know about. Did y'all hear my question I asked y'all? Let me drop the link, man. Anybody want to come up, man? Y'all, you know, come up. Like I said, ask a question, add to the conversation, man. You know, this is a crazy situation, man. And you know, the cities is going on in my city right now, man. They're talking about this everywhere, man. I honestly don't think anything's going to happen to Lex Wexner. He old as on, man. Old ass dude. Like Lex Wexner, man, he got to be like 80 something, damn near 90. You know. How old is this dude? He's 88 years old and he's worth $9.1 billion. Right? Yeah, man. With that, and so you know, Leslie Wexner, man. He the one, like I said, he's the one that put Epstein on. Right? And y'all know, did y'all remember when all the CEOs was stepping down from the companies during Schmoment? Y'all remember that? Y'all remember when all the CEOs, including this guy, which he just did it publicly, but according to these documents, right? In the investigation into his connection with Epstein, he severed ties, or he been behind the scenes since 91. 91. But just a few years ago, about 5-6 years ago, remember when all the CEOs were stepping down? Y'all remember that during the pandemic, when all the CEOs were stepping down from the companies? Leslie was one of them. He was one of the CEOs that stepped down publicly, but on paper he'd been behind the scenes since 91. Right? So man, I'm telling y'all, man. This thing goes deep, man. Right? And like I told y'all, Leslie Wexner owns New Albany. Might as well say he owns Columbus too. You know what I'm talking about? Intel, Google, and I think Facebook was supposed to be building a complex out in New Albany. But now I see why things got halted. Yeah, man. I don't know if y'all familiar with it. Y'all probably not, but even if y'all tapping in and y'all from Columbus and y'all maybe hit to this, maybe not, but Google, Intel, and Facebook was supposed to be building a complex out here in New Albany. I think they still, I don't know if they stopped building the stuff out there, but maybe this is why construction halted out there, because they knew this was coming, right? So the thing you got to ask yourself is this, right? And like they said, just because his name was mentioned don't mean they did anything, but knowing what we know about Leslie Wexner, a lot of what we about to find out tonight about him being connected to Epstein in the way he is, right? To sit up here and think that he ain't got nothing to do with nothing, that his little homie was doing all of this stuff and he ain't know about it. Leslie Wexner, you ever been to St. James Island? That's a question I would ask him if I was to ever interview 88-year-old Leslie Wexner. Hey man, you ever been to St. James Island, man? You ever been to a Diddy party, man? Victoria's Secret. I think we know what the secret is, man. I think we know what the secret is now, man. You feel me? Y'all better pay attention when it comes to these things that have to do with children, man. I see none of y'all even answer my question. Y'all remember the question I asked y'all? Maybe I could do a show on it one of these days, right? I'm gonna have to come up with a real slick title for it too. You know what I'm talking about? But why do these people need? Why do they need? My Lord, man. Why do these people have such an affinity to engage with young ones, young, super young ones in a physical manner, man? You gotta understand what's going on, man. Man, listen here. My Lord, I feel so bad for all them kids. Just think about the kids that we don't know that come up and we don't hear about. I don't even want to talk about what happens with some of these kids that we never even want to even know about. And one of the reasons why I want to do this show tonight too, though, is to let y'all know that, man, when I tell y'all that my city, Columbus, Ohio, is a very integral city, right? In the incoming system and structure that's currently being built in our country, right in our faces. My city, Columbus, Ohio, is a very major and important city. Right? Specifically the state of Ohio, but especially the city of my city, Columbus, man. And it's crazy. And Epstein definitely is connected to Leslie Wexner. See, my man Rick paying attention on shout out to my homie Rick on TikTok, man. I ain't even been paying attention to the TikTok feed. I see my man Rick do his due diligence. Yeah. And that's exactly what it is, too. My man Rick on TikTok said chemicals that are released in their body when they violate them is valuable to them. Right. Man, listen, y'all. Maybe I'll do a show on that one of these days, man. I don't think y'all ready for that, man. I don't think a lot of y'all psyches is ready for that type of information. That's why I ain't did the show. I've been wanting to do it for a long time now. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I've been wanting to do that show, but I don't think y'all ready for that though, man. You feel me? I think I might have to wait until I get my own website and shit popping. And y'all I might have to set something up to where people, you know what I'm saying, have to register or something, man. Listen, y'all are not ready for that, man. Right? That's a conversation that, you know what I'm talking about, you gotta be psychologically fortified. You understand what I'm saying? You gotta be psychologically fortified, man, to be able to even participate in a conversation, let alone, you know what I'm saying, have to contemplate, you know what I'm saying, the information that you're going to be getting conveyed to you when you tap in, or if you was to tap in while I was breaking that down. Man, listen. Right? But my man Rick, he already, you know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. And that's another reason why I do what I do, because like I say, I know it's hella people out there like me who do their due diligence, man. And it's a must that through somehow, some means, social engineering, social media. You know what I'm saying? We gotta link up and support each other so we can speak that truth and power, so people can, knowing is half the battle, man. It's the reason why they go after our young ones, man. And it goes a little bit more deeper than they're just sick and demented. It goes way deeper than that, man. And that's a conversation. I don't know, maybe I'll make that a members only conversation. Y'all gonna have to start paying for y'all's members. Nah, that's the show that I will want to not have. I wouldn't want to do that on YouTube nowadays. Not nowadays. Maybe about 4 or 5 years ago, yeah. But now, you know what I'm saying? Some things ain't meant to be discussed on YouTube, y'all. Put a number 11 in the chat if you agree with that. Some things are not meant to be discussed on YouTube. Right? You might have to tap in on another platform to get that info, man. Listen here, y'all. And I could break that down to y'all, man. It'll blow y'all's minds. Right? It'll blow y'all's minds, man. I promise you it would, man. You know? And then I'm not even making it, I'm not trying to make it seem like I'm talking about something that's like astronomical, like nah, man, it's quite simple and been in our faces our whole freaking lies. It's been in our faces all our lives. The best way to hide something from somebody is to put it right in their face, man. Yeah, man, I don't know, man. I got Rumble on my phone. I don't know if I got some like bootleg beta test version of it or something though, but that's what I'm gonna do on my days off today. My days off this week. I'm gonna look into that Rumble situation, man. I'm gonna get the Rumble popping, man. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. We're gonna get the Rumble popping, OG, man. I see great minds think alike because, like I said, I got some Rumble type stuff on my phone. I don't know if it's some old beta test bootleg type stuff. I don't know, but I'm gonna look into that when I got my days off this week. I'm gonna look into that, and we're gonna definitely get Rumble popping. I got Patreon popping too, though. I really need to start focusing on that Patreon too, for real. The Patreon and the Rumble. Some things, you just can't talk about on YouTube, man. You know what I'm saying? And then even about the guidelines or nothing like that. It's just YouTube ain't the platform to talk about that on, man. They start buffering and all that type stuff. Talking about the show start flipping. You know what I'm saying? The unintelligent artificial intelligence that Google, Alphabet, YouTube use is a little, a little advanced. You know what I'm saying? So it's a little advanced, man. Hey, man, Leslie Wexner. For your name to be mentioned, what it say, 76 something times? Come on, man. You got the girl, Virginia Giuffre, right? Who sit up there and said that Leslie Wexner, she said she had sex with him, or not Leslie Wexner, but some chick that they had there said that not with Epstein, but with Wexner. Whatever, how many times? Not more than 10, but more than 3, maybe 5. Definitely not more than 2. See, it's stuff like that. When chicks say stuff like that, I'm like, come on, man. You know what I'm saying? Come on, man. But then again, you think in the mind frame of like, damn, man, it was happening so much, maybe she lost count. But she knew it wasn't more than 10. That's wild. I think that's wild. Does Leslie Wexner deserve a fair shot at proving his innocence? And now I'm asking y'all, does Leslie Wexner, right? Man, listen here. It's going to get interesting, y'all. We're about to get up out of here, man. I appreciate everybody coming out, everybody tapping in. Listen, man. The ish is starting to hit the fan, man. And it's just gonna get more interesting. You know what I'm saying? It's just gonna get more and more interesting. That's all, y'all, man. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna see a lot more names get drugged through the mud. We're gonna see some people lose their reputation, maybe even their businesses, whatever. But some little small guy might get booked. But ain't nobody no big names gonna get booked on this, man. Because if Leslie Wexner get booked, Leslie Wexner, CEO, founder, owner of L Brands, are you serious, man? Co-founding member of the Mega Group. If he go down, everybody gotta go down, right? Man, listen here, y'all, man. Smash that. I'm telling y'all, man. Right. Y'all have a good evening, man. I'm about to get up out of here. Listen here, man. This EPSTEIN thing, we just still scratching the surface, man. It ain't nowhere near. We ain't even got through the topsoil yet, man. Right? This situation is going to get trickier and trickier, man. Spookier and spookier. Ain't nothing gonna happen to Leslie though, man. He good to go, man. Ain't nothing gonna happen to that dude, man. Y'all understand who this dude is? But listen to here at the same time, though, y'all. Like I said, man, they be willing to use their own, man, if they can, man. You know what I'm talking about? As a goddamn scapegoat, man. They ain't got no problem with doing that. Like I said, y'all see what they did to Weinstein. He's connected to all of these people. Right? You see what they did to him. Right? Wild stuff, man. I'm trying to tell y'all, man. You gotta be aware of what's going on when it comes to this Epstein stuff, man. Like I said, they ain't really getting to it for real, man. Because like I said, if they really got to it, or should I say, should they just make the information public, our whole system is going to collapse globally. And maybe that's what they want. Right? Something to think about, y'all. We got to get up out of here, man. Appreciate everybody coming out. You did. Tapping in with your brother and your brother. You could have been anywhere in the world, but you're right here with me, man. You know what I'm talking about? I appreciate that, man. I appreciate that, man. Man, this is crazy, man. I ain't gonna lie. It's heavy, man. Heavy, man. Yeah, man. We about to get up out of here, y'all. Y'all have a good evening, man. Get you some rest, man. Ready for the day tomorrow. You know, get straight to it. Ain't nothing to it. We're going to do it like we used to it. You know? Oh, let me go see what all y'all said on that, man. Yeah, man. Leslie, man. He one of them one type dudes, man. He got hella juice, hella pull. You know? I'm talking about the brother named all right, man. Y'all have a good evening, man. Tomorrow night, you already know what it is. We got the sports show coming up. We definitely gonna be talking about All-Star Weekend, amongst other things. You did. Make sure y'all tap in tomorrow night. You understand me? At 9 o'clock, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You did. Make sure y'all sit up there and tap in tomorrow, man. We're going to, you know, man, this was a very interesting All-Star Weekend, man. And we're going to get to it. Don't even trip. We definitely going to get to it. You already know what it is, man. Smash that like button, click on the bell, subscribe to the page, share on your social engineering. You know, we banging this all Black History Month. We banging this joint. All foundational, hold on. All foundational Black American history, goddammit. Yeah.
Task Force, Black Force, we the tag team. If it's a nightmare, then it must be a bad dream. E&E, running our lanes like a track meet, skipping over hurdles. Call us a track team, all paperwork legit. It's the fact team, then double up the championship belts like a tag team. Black on black, yeah, it's a black thing. Black jewelry shining on all of our black kings. All black everything, we got black tea. All black coffee, man, I don't add green. North give you all you need, no more caffeine. Close down the whole set, no more casting. Remove targets off our back like a black team. We keep growing up the game like a black team. The girl got a problem with me, then get at me. I fired to a bumper, now you got a drag queen. You can't stop me, you old as jalopy. This is past me and I got it photocopy. Caught him on film, flow tracks and sloppy. Trying to attack me, you a carbon copy. I keep the heat like Timothy blocks, and I charge for a hook, put me in a penalty box. Man, I'm killing the ops while I look at my watch. All hands on deck like the time on the clock. Task Force, Black Force, we the tag team. If it's a nightmare, then it must be a bad dream. E&E, running our lanes like a track meet, skipping over hurdles. Call us a track team, all paperwork legit. It's the fact team, then double up the championship belts like a tag team. Black on black, yeah, it's a black thing. Black jewelry shining on our black
Keep my
things.
grass cut low to catch a glimpse of the snakes. Devilish serpents with purpose to steal your cake. Smiling in your face while they got their eyes on your safe. Yeah. Boy, that hatred, man, they make you do some foul things. Switch up on your niggas like the numbers when the Dow change. When I'm with familiar, still a grind like a broke. Take it for granted, shit be going in the proof of smoke. Better put your plan in action, niggas get you used to hope. Formulated the plan, calculated the steps. 2020, my vision, see my way to the check. Only way is up, I made my way to the steps. Let's go. Look, only way to move is building kingdom shit. Niggas won't make a move, want you to bring them shit. But God bless the child that can hold his own. They want to give you numbers in his cell like a mobile phone. But fuck a cop, any wicked, you this was just fuck. Cause niggas on the edge, there for you to push. Bullets loaded tight up in that magazine. Bring a nightmare to American dreams.
Task Force, Black Force, we the tag team. If it's a nightmare, then it must be a bad dream. E&E, running our lanes like a track meet, skipping over hurdles. Call us a track team, all paperwork legit. It's the fact team, then double up the championship belts like a tag team. Black on black, yeah, it's a black thing. Black jewelry shining on our black kings.